I didn't realize I was muted. Hello, everybody. Yes, I said last stream again was going to be my last stream, but I enjoy Security Breach too much. I found out some new information. So did Will, actually. Will also found out some quite interesting shit. I believe he either watched a similar video to me, or he watched Mark play through it. So Mark probably found something. But we're going to quickly go back down here, because I now know who made this place. So this is Vanny. Vanny made this area, because Vanny shares memories of Elizabeth Afton. So that's how she remembers Ballora, William, Michael, the older brother, and Elizabeth. There was more information on what happened for the family and why the mother is absent, and what I think happened to her. On the security tapes, when they talk about the divorce that Vanessa said, Afton made Elizabeth lie about what his mother did, and her mother, Afton's wife, from what it suggests, because it blurs out the word, is she committed suicide. But the reason that I believe they blurred out that word, also to just keep it kind of like, not PG, but kind of sensitive to, obviously, the stuff that does happen. But I believe Afton killed her to make Ballora. Because Afton was, at the time, experimenting with Remnant. But, so this is Vanny trying to recreate the memories of the Afton family, because she's reliving them. So it would make sense why there's ice cream, grown-ups only, the crying. These animatronics are made by Vanessa, or Vanny. The binary codes are also Vanny and Vanessa. So this could be how many missing children there are. Because she is on, well, she has killed. Vanny has killed 3 therapists, I would say. There's 2 confirmed, and then there's the last one. But this is definitely, because in one of the things, Vanessa really likes the sky, and Vanny's quite childlike in terms of who she is. She has a very more childlike Hold on. That's a head. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, there's two. Okay, maybe just an asset ran out. So... So Vanny had a normal childhood. No, Vanessa had a normal childhood. Vanny is either reliving Elizabeth Afton's memories through Glitch Trap, or she is reliving William's memories. Because after bonding in some sense with Glitch Trap and being kind of trapped within her own mind, she's developed a split personality disorder. So I strongly believe Vanessa won't remember anything she does. Because in the tapes I watched Dorco find them, because I suck at finding shit. But in the tapes, it's quite clear that every time there's a new therapist, Vanessa's like, the fuck? So whether or not... Whether or not, whether or not that's because... What does this door lead? Just to more area. Whether or not Afton has had the Afton family. Baby, Ballora, Michael, the older brother, because the older brother's not named. Because people thought Michael was the older brother, who then became one of the Purple Mans, but then Michael was confirmed to be the bite victim who was remade by Afton, who would have known how to remake people through experimenting through Remnant after he remade his wife. Because his wife, if we go off of another story that had a very similar child murderer, I'm not including Where He's a Nonce, because that movie's a remake. Freddy Krueger was married, had a kid. Yes, that movie was supposedly shit, but it plays the same way as this one. She probably found out about his experimentation with Remnant and what you have to do to, get Remnant. You have to kill things and people. And she was like, look, I want a divorce, I'm leaving you. Afton probably manipulated his daughter and his other two sons, because he knows how to keep them in check. Michael, the older one, probably listened to him because the older one seemed like a bit of an arsehole. So Afton forced his kids to lie about her, and then she committed suicide. Suicide with quotation marks. It's not like Afton to just... Originally, we all thought she did actually just commit suicide after one of her children's deaths, particularly Elizabeth's, but she is supposedly the first to die to Afton's schemes. Because originally, Afton seemed not super sympathetic, like, oh, what he did was right, but he had some sympathy of he lost his, like, most of his family. Now it feels like he's at fault for losing his family, that all this happened because he was selfish and wanted it to explore the possibilities of Remnant. Also, me and Will were speaking about why there's no third room. I realized in Pizzeria Simulator, you don't see Lefty burning like the other animatronics. You only see, you don't see Lefty burning, you only see, you only see the main three. Lefty was just in the building at the time of the location being burnt. Which I believe is further supported by how Afton's wife was definitely one of the first Aftons to go. And Afton is not as innocent in that situation as I think a lot of people thought. A lot of people thought, like, after Baby's death, he was, you know, he took to his room, never spoke. Similar to what Henry did. But it seems like Afton was very much more of a manipulator. So that does play into what Afton is like very clearly. And that opens a whole new, like, kind of book of what Afton did to his kids. Like, how... Because that makes sense for why he would keep tabs on his son. Why he would, like, scare him with the nightmare animatronics. And, like... Why would Afton want to be rebuilt as well? It is definitely that Afton was taken back to the Pizzeria Simulator after being rescued. And burned alive. It is definitely confirmed that Afton... Not confirmed, but I think a lot of people think it happened. And I also think so. It wouldn't be too far off from, like, the truth. You know? I definitely think that a lot of the animatronics that we do see, particularly sorry, I'm just It definitely seems like is there anything behind here? Oh, there's that. I definitely think I'm really sorry. My fingers are itchy. I definitely think one thing about Vanny is she is definitely, I think we can sympathize more with her situation now. I think at first, before we knew what she was doing, we kind of thought, well, why would you just listen to this literal guy in your head? But supposedly he's he's manipulating her, and then apparently some tapes reveals that she's manipulating him. Now that could be the connecting to how in the books Baby is supposedly stronger than Afton. So that could be referring to how Afton is quite literally weaker than his daughter. Because in some sense he's to blame for his death. Now, whether or not whatever happened to their older brother is yet to be known. But it's quite interesting to think. There's an employee called Dave. Now, in the current timeline, there is multiple animatronics that are running around posing as people. Now, whether or not Dave could be one of these animatronics, because usually Dave's like a name that's just like, hey guys, look, there's Dave here. Whether that's to connect to, you know, whether that could be the Stitch Wraith and could explain why he was here. Because I feel like the Stitch Wraith would have heard about Vanny. Because Agony got defeated quite quickly. And I'm not calling the official name for Afton is Burn Trap. Not calling him that. It's so dumb. Like, not in a rude way. I don't think that's his name. A lot of people just call him Afton now, because we know it's Afton. But we had Springtrap, which made sense. His suit was a literal trap. Then we had Scrap Trap, but we also had, like, the Scrap animatronics, which was Scrap Baby and Scrap Trap, so it kind of made sense. We don't need another reinterpretation of the guy's name. So, to me, I will just refer to him as Afton. But I definitely think there is sorry, there's definitely some shit to do with Vanny shares. So Vanessa has split personality disorder because the way she acts is two separate like character, two separate people in one body. Vanessa is more kind of concerned, careful, and so on. Whereas Vanny's carefree, childish, laughs at people dying, similar to Baby and William. And also another interesting thing to do with Sister Location is Ballora was one of the key animatronics that would haunt you during the game. She was kind of like one of the ones that was a main threat to you. So she definitely seemed different. That's fucking odd. There's a Chica, there's a Roxy, there's a Freddy, there's no Monty. Hold on. Does this just correlate with, like, the collectibles I've got? Sorry, I want to know. Because I have all the golden ones. I got all the figures. I have not got all the teddies. So I think this correlates with the teddy bears. Okay. I'll come back here on a later date. We also have got a plush baby. Now, we got a Nightmare plush in the confinement room, but there's a thing. The Molten Freddy, big boy, has the puppet mask on him. So whether or not Molten Freddy is capturing the originals is odd. Now, whether or not that was just a kind of, just like a little Easter egg, because there is also the original animatronics in there. So whether it is just like a little Easter egg, I don't know. I definitely feel like the puppet has something to do with it, because we also got a original Bonnie plush and an original Foxy plush, which I kind of want them to do. I don't know if they have done them in real life, actually. There's also this mask. Now, me and Will said there was in the original, there was the mask for, what was it? Freddy. There was oh, there's the Monty plush. Okay, so this isn't like a Easter egg. This is just there's a cake there, though. I'm just trying to analyze shit, because the puppet seems to pop up a lot more than the other plushes. Now, whether that's just like hey, look, the puppet is kind of around. It wouldn't surprise me if the puppet, because technically the puppet is just a mask. Like the animatronic itself, Charlotte doesn't need the animatronic to use her powers, because what she did to Agony was she oh, sorry. Is she wrapped him up in her tendrils and then killed him. Not killed him, took him down. So there is possibly the possibility that there's more than just one puppet around.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Fazbear Theater. Now enjoy the comedy stylings of Staffbot.
Let's all go to the lobby, get ourselves a treat. There's definitely something to do with the original puppet. Because there's also destroyed stuff in here. And apparently this is, Vanny has been up here. This is like a Vanny hideout. I think this could also be Moon destroying these guys. Freddy! 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 Your jump scares are scarier than half the shit in the actual game. So this could also be Moon, because this looks like what, like an animatronic would do to one of these guys. And we know Moon is a little bit more aggressive than... There's also a workbench up here. We know Vanny's used new animatronic parts and parts of Afton actually to rebuild or at least I would say parts of dead people. Because I haven't done the glitch to get into Afton. I'm so sorry. But Afton definitely he has like skeletal fingers, like proper skeleton hand like fingers on him. So whether hold on, what the fuck is that book? That's quite interesting. Fanny definitely has been up here. Whether she... Because I reckon she, out of all the animatronics she would have used first, she would have used Moon. Because he's the only one who, I'd say, has the capability of harming other people. She also went around... Oh, I'm so sorry. Hacking the other animatronics. I hate what I get. I get like proper bad phlegm build-up. So, whether or not Vanny, because I know Vanny used one of Bonnie's feet to replace one of Afton's missing ones. And also, a kid was horrified of the two Sun and Moon animatronics. Now, whether that's just a design flaw. Because, I mean, look at this motherfucker. If you see that, fucking with beady red eyes, telling you to sleep, otherwise you get your ass whooped. I don't think you're gonna sleep, you know. Oh, it's a little baby one. Oh, Chica's one's missing, though. But supposedly the animatronics had been hacked. That must be parties booked for animatronics. Cause Sun can't leave this location. Moon can, which definitely makes him. They might have possibly like the security puppet and how Foxy reacts. Very, very, like, kind of... Oh man, I don't wear the hoodie when you pick it up. That's a bit of a shame. I have all the magnets. I definitely really enjoyed this game. I think I didn't know if I was going to be able to like play as much as I did play it because I have I've been very scared of the other games, but I think having the movement really helped kind of make it feel better, not having the kind of anticipation, which it doesn't ruin the scare factor, but it adds up, like the ability to kind of go, well, I'm not going to be scared by that now, because, you know, I kind of know it's going to be coming. Whereas with the other games, you're playing a complete game of anticipation of where and when this thing's gonna come get you. So it is definitely different. There is some stuff that is a bit weird and odd, but, you know, this is their first game, and they really did well. They did well with making Vanny, like, a very, how'd you put it? A kind of sympathetic, a very sympathetic character to Vanessa's situation, because she's kind of in the backseat of this all. She doesn't know what's fully going on. And she's just kind of in the dark to some extent of what has happened to her. Oh, fuck. Shit. Run. Let me save. She's definitely more... I think finding out more about her and the situation she's in definitely creates a lot more empathy for what has happened to her. But she's definitely the cassette girl from the cassette tapes. They make a direct kind of connection through her being able to code. And making code that can talk back. So that could explain how certain things are being made within the corporation. Why did I run into the toilets? That's an odd place to... Oh! Kind of represents what happened to Chica earlier. There's definitely a lot going on behind the scenes. Now, whether or not Puppet is... What am I meant to do? That's odd. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to a save point. I'm going to end the stream here. I feel like I've spoke about what I wanted to, and I have a bad phlegm build-up. But yeah, there's definitely still a lot more to discover. Right, let's go find me a save point. But yeah, there's definitely a lot more going on behind the scenes. Right, hope you all enjoyed. Speak to you all later.